Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here. Once again, we are looking ahead to today's NBA slate for the 28th of April. As normal, hope you guys all had a very good weekend. If you guys like the video, leave a like. I definitely do appreciate it. It goes a long ways. And also hit that subscribe button as well. Still about 40% of you guys are not subscribed. So if you guys can, like I said, help me out, it is absolutely free. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. Like I said, we'll be doing NBA Fanduel lineup advice videos, WNBA, MLB, and we're also going to be doing price picks videos as well for those sports. So yeah, definitely hit that subscribe button. We're going to be doing it all summer and all fall as well. So, but yeah, as you guys can see, last night was really, really good for us here once again. Scored a 302.5, so not too bad. So yeah, I'll break it down for you. So this was a smaller tournament. So like I said, I don't play those big tournaments as much anymore because you need a crazy score to win, and I don't want to do all that crazy risk. So I go a little bit safer and play in tournaments that have less than 10 people. So yeah, so anyway, my breakdown, I didn't really have TJ McConnell at all until Benedict Mathurin got ruled out. He was popping up a little bit on the models, but until he got ruled out, I didn't have any interest. So yeah, McConnell got me 25.6. Andrew Nimbar did all right with a 28.6. KCP, man, I was really nervous to pick this dude, but I finally had an okay game with a 28.4. Actually, an amazing game for KCP. Those steals and blocks definitely help him. Halberton solid. Wagner 39.7. A little bit of foul trouble early, but he was all right. I wasn't going to play Gary Trent at all, but since he was in the starting lineup, I thought maybe he'd do something, but he did not, especially with Lillard going down. Rip Lillard, man, that sucks. Especially, me being in Oregon, with him being a longtime Portland Trailblazer, sucks. But yeah, Milwaukee's gotta be done. I don't know what's gonna happen in Milwaukee. Giannis is gonna, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Um, Giannis got 56, still did good in a blowout. Portis did all right, 18-1, and then Miles Turner was my difference maker there with a 45-5. Everybody else went with Carter, and I said, "Nah, fam, I'm gonna go Turner." So not too bad. Like I said, a nice little W for us last night. If you guys would like to get in on premium, like I said, NBA playoffs are only $15 for the first two rounds, and like I said, we're doing very, very good right now. So why not come join us? We also have our MLB $20 per month for that as well. Two lineups per day. And like I said, we've been doing pretty good on that. Price picks $20 for the month, about 6 to 8 slips per day. Picks per day for you guys. And like I said, if you guys want to get in, check us out on Twitter, Chris Anthony NBA1. That will be in the comment section as well for you guys. Click that link. It'll take you right to our Twitter. Give us a follow while you're there, and you guys can message us and say, "Hey, we'd love to get in on the free lineups or premium." Like I said, we'll get you guys signed up, and you guys can get started on it today. So yeah, we'd love for you guys to come join us. All right, so let's get into it here. Our first game of the day is Cleveland in Miami. We have a 2-11, 8.5 spread. So, I mean, I do expect Cleveland to take this one. It is very interesting, though, because we do have Garland with that injury here. It's going to be interesting what they do. Are they going to push him and just, try to sweep Miami and then give him a couple extra? Or are they just going to take it today and rest him and hope they beat Miami without him? And if they don't, they're still up. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I think it would be smart for them to rest him. And I mean, if they do, I mean, it opens up a little bit for Donovan Mitchell. Um, Ty Jerome at 5,300 obviously comes into play a little bit more. And then, I mean, if Sam Merrill starts, I mean, he could maybe be an okay option, or maybe even off the bench. Max Strauss, though, at 4,600 is probably your main guy to look at, especially if Garland's out. He's only 4,600. He's been popping off 29 and 36 in his last two, so he'll be your main guy. Sam Merrill, like I said, it's more of a GPP. If you need to go Miami, like I said, Tyler Hero is in play. He'll probably, he's going to try to play his guts out here. He might get you 42, 45. At only 8,200, I don't mind it, but Cleveland really has shut down Miami. Like I said, you can go to Bam if you need to, but just I mean, he's playing massive minutes. Had a bad one against Cleveland, but it's kind of like, where's Miami right now? Are they just kind of done? They want to get this over with, go on vacation, or are they still fighting? So it's kind of hard to tell, and I don't really want to play a team like that might be already defeated. Um, Houston Gold State, on the other hand, that's a crazy matchup. This one here is almost over. So Yeah, I mean, if Garland's out, like I said, Mobley and Allen, those guys are good cash game plays. I mean, they're going to get a little bit of the ownership. Mobley may still hit it, might get you 35, 36, but for the most part, nothing too crazy over here. Like I said, Mitchell, Ty Jerome, and then Max Strauss for sure is probably my main guy to look at, and then maybe a little bit of Sam Merrill off the bench. If this game becomes maybe a straight blowout, maybe Larson gets some terrible minutes off the. I mean, not terrible, it's a garbage time minutes off the bench, but yeah, Hero and Bam, they're both playable. If you think they're going to stay in this, they are at home. They may not have Garland against them, so maybe go that way, but it's not really looking great. Houston, Golden State, so this is going to be an interesting one. So this one started at like a 199, literally just a couple hours ago. It's at a 202. And we have a 3.5 spread on this one. So Jimmy Butler is questionable. I do expect this game to play a little bit faster than the 200 or so. Probably going to be like 210, 215. Probably going to be. And hopefully, like I said, we don't get the news on Jimmy Butler until after lock because that would help us out, with late swap. But yeah, as of now, like I said, Golden State's at home. Curry's playing, 35, 40 minutes. At 9,000, I mean, he's almost a lock. You got Brandon Poseski down here as well at 5,900. Didn't shoot crazy good, but like I said, he's still one of the main guys, and especially with Jimmy Butler being out, he's going to have to, get you 25, 30. Fred VanVleet at 6,200. You could look at him, another guy that's, like I said, playing big minutes, but just, man, his shot is just not great right now. So, I mean, if I had to pick, I would go Brandon if Jimmy's out over Fred. Um, then we got Mr. Amin Thompson, not really shooting great, playing all right defense. Jalen Green, like I said, if Houston's going to stay in this, Jalen Green's going to have to pop off. He can't do what he did last time. He's going to have to do what he did right there. So I think Jalen Green and GPPs is really worth a look at. Only 7,100. This guy can easily get you 35, 40. So I think he's one of the better plays. If Moses Moody if Butler's out, mate, you could go there, but he's just, he's not fun to pick. Buddy Hield, like I said, he popped off without Jimmy Butler. You could look at that way, but I don't really want to chase. Like I said, that was one good game against a pretty good Houston defense. If Butler does play and he's all good to go, I don't mind taking a shot with him at 8,200. He's pretty popular so far today, so has been working with the training staff, questionable. Okay, so yeah, if you can't play, come on, Jonathan Kuminga is probably going to start again. I don't know. I just see Butler playing here, man. He's a warrior, obviously, but I think he can do it. I know he in the past he's kind of been up and down, but I feel like Golden State really means something to Jimmy here. I could tell a difference, so I think he's going to try to play. Like I said, if Jimmy plays, I still don't mind Jimmy and Curry. I don't mind those guys. Maybe a little less on Brandon, but still not too bad. Tyrese Easton is a little all right value over here at 4,600 on Fanduel. Nothing too crazy. Doesn't play big minutes. Get a couple blocks and steals, but he's going to get you about 18 or 20 in this one. Like I said, not a ton of value. So Jimmy Butler is out. I'm very intrigued to see what they do. Are they going to do what they did last game? Because if Butler's out and Quentin Post starts, I mean, shoot, I'm probably going to put him in there. He played 24 and 27 minutes. Like I said, this is only if Jimmy Butler's out. As you've seen, he's benefited without him. So if Butler's out, probably put Post in there at 4,000. He's not a guy, but they need bodies, and he's good at putting screens. So Alfred Sengun, another guy, 8,400. I feel like he could pop in this one. He still hasn't had that crazy game yet. I know it's a harder defense, but especially if Jimmy Butler's not in there, I could see him having a half decent here. So 8,400, a guy get me 40, 45. Really don't mind looking at Alfred Sengun. Maybe in some GPPs, you can look at Steven Adams, not playing massive minutes, but like I said, another guy that's doing okay if you're doing, multi-mass center. Adams could be where someone. Draymond's obviously going to be straight cash games for mostly everyone. He's just in a good spot at 6,200. And that's kind of what we're looking at. If Jonathan Kuminga does start, give him a look. But, man, I would rather him not start. If he does, so if Jimmy Butler's out and then Kuminga doesn't start, I would love him. If Jonathan Kuminga does start, he's okay, but I'd rather have him off the bench. I feel like he's so much more aggressive off the bench. I know it's a harder team, but I really don't mind looking at him. Like I said, GPPs only. You got Jabari Smith, another guy that maybe you could look at, but this guy just kind of shoots threes, and he's just kind of weird looking when he shoots them. Like he has that weird, like 3-point shot. I don't know if you guys see Jabari Smith's 3-point shot, but it's weird looking. Just doesn't look right. So Jabari still got to figure that out. I wish he played inside more. He's just kind of out in 3-point right now. So that's what we're looking at. Yeah. Um, so I'm going to base just what I'm doing. I'm going to base this on Garland being out and Butler being in, and then I'll do another kind of scenario real quick with both of them with it swap. So, all right. So let's say, like I said, Garland's out and Jimmy Butler's in. Let's just say that's a scenario. I'm going to go Curry here. I really don't mind going to Ty Jerome. Like I said, if Garland's out, if you don't trust it, you can go to Davian Mitchell if you want to. Shooting guard position. Like I said, especially if Garland's out, Max Strus at 4,600. You can go up to these guys if you want to, but if Golden State's going to stay, if Houston's going to stay in this, Green's going to have to shoot the ball. Small forward, like I said, if Jimmy is in, boom, 8,200. I really like Jimmy Butler. You got 6,400 left. Not crazy value down. Guys got like Eason maybe. But I just don't know if I want to go that way, I guess. Yeah, small forward is not good at all. Maybe go put Max Strus over here. Power forward, like I said, if you want to go Bam, you can. I just don't know how much left he has in the tank / care. Like I said, if Garland's out, Mobley, I really think he can get you, a solid amount. Same thing with Allen at 6,800. If you want to take a slight discount, we saw him have a slight uptick. So don't mind either of those guys. And then at the center position, like I said, I really don't mind Alfred Sengun. And then power forward as well. Like I said, you got Draymond if you want to go that way. Gives you 5,600, gives you a little bit of leeway. You guys can definitely do some stuff. All right, so let's say Jimmy, like I said, we probably won't get word until later, but let's say Jimmy Butler's out and Garland's in. Let's just go Steph Curry, Brandon Poseski. I still think Max Strus, even if Garland's in, I still think he's a really good value play. Shoot, like I said, I just don't know how close they're going to keep this game. Man alive. Like I said, Mitchell's not a bad option. I'm going to leave that one open. Like I said, I really probably going to go Green again, but I don't want to go double dip on Green because he's just terrible sometimes. Yeah, like I said, let's just say, like I said, Jimmy Butler's out, and we, get confirmed that Post is starting. I really don't mind going to Post. And like I said, if he's not starting, in my opinion, I think he's the better option if he doesn't start, and I hope they do that because he's more aggressive off the bench. And then that gives you about 8,000, and you can go get some of these big dudes up here if you need to. Can go load up if you need to with Mitchell or even, like I said, Mobley and Bam if you want to as well. So, like I said, it kind of depends. You got DeAndre Hunter as well, and only at 4,800. A guy I didn't really mention, but if Garland's out, another guy at 48 that could probably pop off a little bit, and he's power forward, small forward, eligible here on Fanduel. So, that's kind of what we're looking at. It should be another pretty good night for us. Like I said, if you guys want to get in on premium, we'd love to have you. Like I said, this was last night with 302.5. Pretty solid one. Like I said, if you want to get in on premium and check us out, our Twitter will be in the comment section below. Only $15 for the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. Like I said, click that link and then it'll take you to our Twitter. Give us a follow, message us, say, hey, we'd love to get in on premium, and we'll get you guys all set up. All right, guys, once again, thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. And like I said, if you have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Helps me out tremendously, and I appreciate it. All right, you guys have a good one. Hope you guys win some money tonight.